What's up, fuckers? Welcome back, goddammit. It's good to see you. That's right. All right. Today, I'm taking a look at a slip joint. This one is from LionSteel. It is called the Thrill. Now, this knife originally dropped a couple of years ago. I think the first time I ever saw it on YouTube was probably about two years ago, something like that, give or take. Now, I didn't add it to the collection until closer to the end of 2022, maybe around September of 2022. But being number one, that I didn't create a channel till November of 2022, there's probably going to be quite a bit of knives you see on here that were released previously. But that don't mean shit. We're still going to have a good goddamn time. But first, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It does help the channel, it does trick that algorithm, and it does help your boy to go viral, goddammit. All right, LionSteel Thrill. What made me decide to go over this knife was I had been loaning it out quite a bit, and I just got it back. So I'm actually having that experience quite a bit. I'm rediscovering quite a bit of knives in my collection. So it almost feels like a brand new knife when you do that. Okay, the LionSteel. Let's go over some specs and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Overall length is 7.09 inches. Our blade length's coming in at 3.15 inches. We have a closed length, which is basically your handle, coming in at 3.94. And the weight on this is 3.1 ounces. Rather 3.10 ounces, sorry about that. It is utilizing M390 blade steel. They're running the M390 on this knife between 59 and 60 HRC. It's a drop point configuration, satin finish. It is an integral. I don't know if I told you guys that, but it is an integral, which I think is really cool. Black aluminum scales. The designer for this knife is a gentleman by the name of Michele Pensato, otherwise known as Moleta. He is a well-known Italian designer. And one of my favorite features on this knife, and to be honest with you, it was the feature that made me pull the trigger, is it's got a pocket clip. But not any goddamn ordinary pocket clip. No, sir. They call this the whale system. And the way it works is really cool. On the show side, you'll see that there's a button there with the LionSteel logo on it. Now, when you mash that button, on the back side, pops out the pocket clip. When you let it go, it retracts. That shit is pretty goddamn cool. I've seen that feature on a couple of knives, you know, different knives or what have you, like a retractable clip. And I dig it, man. I think more knives should do that. I really do dig that feature. So let's, well, before we get into some other size comparisons, let's check out the walk and talk. It's got a nail nick for your form of deployment. Not the loudest, but very satisfying. Not as strong as some. I'd say it's probably around a 2 or 3 on the pull, and it flies back home. Okay. In case you're not familiar with those sizes that I just read off, if you're more of a knife guy, let's just put up a couple for some size comparison. Let's put it up there against the only other slip joint in my collection, which would be the Rough Rider Apta. Listen to that walk and talk. Talking about a goddamn $30 knife there. The LionSteel is smaller than the Apta. You can see up there against that Valkyrie that is definitely smaller than that as well. Put up a couple of more for y'all. Spyderco Smock, baby. One of the best knives ever created, in my opinion. Lastly, up there against the best Techman Dundee. Super budget knife, man. Can highly recommend that. So, smaller than both the Smock and the Dundee. It was bigger than the Apta and smaller than the Valkyrie. 3 inch, just over 3 inches on the blade. So, as far as where you live at, you may have an issue with that. But I mean, it's barely over 3 inches. but it is a non-locking knife, so you really shouldn't have a problem anywhere in the world. But I'm not a lawyer, goddammit, so do not take legal advice from me. Now, this knife is not what I would consider a primary carry. This would be, I would carry this as a gentleman's knife or as a backup knife, for sure. You know, that being said, though, I can definitely utilize this quite a bit. You know, there are some times where you have to cut some shit that you don't require a big folder or a fixed blade. You can just pull this out, cut your label off, open up your package, and quickly put it right back up. And you won't scare nobody either. That's a good thing. Another thing I like about this blade is that swedge they did on the top there. They actually call that a reverse swedge. It's just a good looking knife, man. I don't have any other LionSteels in the collection. This is my only LionSteel. But I'm impressed with the quality, fit, and finish. And it came centered with no issues to speak of. There you fuckers have it. LionSteel Thrill, goddammit. Slip joint apparatus. What y'all think? Love ya, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone, just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.